Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Let's record it on Thanksgiving. It's coming after Thanksgiving. I'm heading to work on Thanksgiving. That's what the fuck I'm doing. So I figured I'd give you all an update. This update contains multiple parts, only one of which is overtly negative. There's one that's partly negative, and then the rest are positive. So let's gradient this a little bit. So let's start with the negative and build to the positive, shall we? Always finish on a good note, you know? So on the overtly negative side, in the last update I mentioned that the car died. We had to take on another $400 a month bill in car financing. That's fine. We're working on that. We've got it all figured out, so we can work it into our budget, and we should be fine. The negative thing in regards to the old update, the one that came out before, is that I mentioned that we were really interested in a place and that we were hoping to get approved. Well, this one's a little weird, but we didn't get denied approval. We didn't get the apartment, but it wasn't because of us. What wound up happening, according to the guy, is that someone else who was interested in the apartment approached him with 2 years worth of rent, all in cash, up front. And he consulted with a realtor buddy of his and determined that it was too good a deal to turn down, whatever. By the way, I will explain this in a future video when it's actually recorded in time. I recorded it yesterday, but it'll come out like way in the future. There's this little glare happening right here. That's because my phone fucking cracked a while ago, and the crack on my screen finally spread over in front of the front-facing camera. So you're gonna have to deal with that until I get a new phone. So I'm sorry. So we didn't get the apartment, so we're still looking for a place. We've been fielding a bunch of different apartments, duplexes. It's just really fucking hard to find a place up here that's affordable and will allow medium to large dogs. Usually they only want cats or small dogs. So yeah, we're just finding a place, adjusting our expenditures, and managing it all. That is the overtly negative, unfortunate updates. Now let's go to the semi-negative, semi-positive updates, which is my current health situation. I mentioned in the last update that I stopped taking my antidepressants because we needed to be able to use that money towards expenses. And yeah, it does not sound fucking good. The thing is I am fully aware that to a clinically depressed person, antidepressants are as much a life-saving drug as a fucking EpiPen could be to someone, or insulin or anything like that. We're hopefully going to be able to set me up with a doctor when we move out. Try to contact my old doctor in Ottawa, see if they can send updates to my prescriptions, because I'm about out of refills. I don't know if they'll be able to do that across state lines, but fingers fucking crossed, because otherwise then I won't have my acid pills or my thyroid pills. The positive part of my health update is I've been working a lot of hours, which has gotten me up moving around, which I feel like has been helping my back. Yes, my back really fucking hurts after a shift, and my arthritis in my ankles, I've been wearing braces on them every day. I had to get new shoes, so I got some cheap fucking sneakers, but I got good insoles. That's the trick. I got insoles, and so my feet have been doing better, my arthritis has been doing better, and I feel like because I've been more active, I've got more muscle in my back, so it's taking pressure off of the disc. It still fucking bulges out, and I have bad days, and I can't be too active or work for too long at a time. Otherwise, everything just goes to shit, and I feel like I want to fucking die. But I am slowly getting better about it. So there is hope that it will continue to get better. But today, I am happy to report, with working on my portion sizes and working in general, I have lost 30 fucking pounds in the past 40 months. 40 months, fuck that, 4 months. I have lost 30 pounds. I weighed in July at 437. Today in November, I weighed in at 407. If I continue on this route, this path, this work, this method, I will probably, by the end of December, hopefully, be under 400 pounds for the first time, probably since 2015. So, bad news about my health. I'm about to run out of pills. Hopefully I can figure something out for that. Good news, my weight is really down, and and my back is getting better. I never could get the surgery. I still can't afford physical therapy, but good old fucking plow through it until you get better, and DDP yoga, and I'm slowly getting better about it. One small negative thing to add to my health is I think I've developed my first cavity. Like, there has been deterioration of my teeth. My bottom row of teeth kind of curve in, and so the corners of my top row of teeth, which are also kind of fucked, like my wisdom tooth on this side, is growing in sideways. We're gonna have to get that taken out. My bottom row of teeth kind of curve in, and I've got a pretty good overbite. So like the corners of these, the top row of teeth would, when my mouth is closed, fit in the middle of my bottom row of teeth. And so if I grind my teeth at all, or every time I chew, it pretty much eats away at my bottom row of teeth. And on this side, I have developed in the back, it's the only part, because I've got with my wisdom teeth here, here, and here, but not here yet. But near the back of this row, there's been some teeth there that have been hurting lately, and in the middle, and so I'm thinking that I've got my first cavity. Never had cavities before. I've had gum recession, and I've had, various teeth start to get all jankety, but never have I had a tooth that felt like a fucking cavity. So I'm making sure to brush every day. And now to the overtly positive news. I'm gonna have to quantify this because it's in the title, and I want to make sure that people don't think I'm being irresponsible. I don't think anyone really would think that I am, but just in case there's like a in the back of someone's mind, this is what's going on. Ever since Bri and I first discussed moving up here, and it was decided that we were going to move to Chicago, immediately I started to think, what's in Chicago? Midwest FurFest. What do I do on YouTube? I read furry visual novels. Yes, I'm trying to diversify, do a little bit of other stuff, and I'm not specifically doing furry stuff anymore, but furry stuff has been very much at the core of what I've been doing for the past couple of years. I have no animosity towards furry stuff. A lot of furries like me, and I owe a lot of my success to the warmth and embrace of the furry fandom for my content. So, I would really like to go. But one sticking point has always been the price of a ticket. To stay for all of the days, it's $65. And that's a lot, especially when you're at that time trying to save up to move up to Chicago, and now this time trying to save up to move out of a living situation that is taxing everyone involved, and you desperately need to get out of it. This is my quantifier for what I'm about to say. I purchased my ticket to Midwest FurFest for this year well before I found out how desperate our situation was. I don't have the exact date on me. I'll put it in a text right here of when I actually bought the ticket. But I bought the ticket before we started asking people for donations. no donation or any amount of money that was given to me in order to help with this living situation thing has gone towards anything other than savings. We haven't used any of it for, like I said, I had to get new shoes, not used for that. I had to get a car, did not use it for that. That all came out of the portion of the money that Bri and I worked towards saving through our jobs. Everything else has been used and put aside specifically. I'm keeping track of everything. I've got a whole spreadsheet of all of our itemized income and expenses, all of that has been given to us through donations through PayPal.me or through coffee, have all been put towards trying to save up for a deposit, first and last month's rent, on a place to live. That being said, $65 is a good chunk of money, so why don't I just say never mind to Midwest FurFest this year and get a refund on my ticket and put that towards the savings. That was my idea. I thought to do that, and Bri and I had a long conversation about it, and she convinced me. I need to have something good right now. Since I've moved up here, it has become really clear to me how much I depended emotionally on having people I know around, my friends. Since I've been up here, I don't have a family here. I have Bri's family and all the relationship that's going on with that, but I haven't gotten close to anyone yet in a situation that is conducive to getting to know people in a good way. All of my family is either in Kansas or North Dakota or anywhere that isn't here, and I don't have any of my pre-existing friends or any friends outside of work. I've gotten really close to some of my co-workers, and I'd consider some of them my friends now. But other than one outing to Dave & Buster's, I haven't hung out with any of these people outside of work. And so I've basically just been going from home to work to home again, with the only person I have to cling to being Bri. And while she's never ever given me any indication that she is not willing to be there for me and anything like that, there's only so much that one person can fucking do in terms of being there for you and all that other stuff. So it's unfair of me, especially for someone who's also in the situation I'm in. She's also in this taxing housing situation. She's also dealing with this financial trouble. She's also, dealing with a bunch of stuff outside of all that. So she is not someone who needs to deal with it firsthand and secondhand all the time. Like, she's got friends that she can vent to. She's got fun stuff she can do, and she has a good work-home balance. She's figured that out. I haven't. And so she convinced me. I really wanted to go, but $65 for a ticket and a couple of days where instead of working those days, I work earlier in the week, it is something that she convinced me was definitely worth it. And so with all those qualifiers in mind, with the knowledge that I have not used any fan donated money, I don't like using those words, with the consideration that I did consider just refunding my ticket and putting it towards savings, with everything in mind, I can safely say that we are in a good enough position financially, emotionally, and everything so that I can go to Midwest FurFest 2019. I will be there. I'm going to get my pre-registered ticket Thursday, and I'm going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to be there every day as long as I can, and as long as this car can get me there. And if you're going, I'd be more than happy to see you. I've never been to this. I've only ever been to 2 other conventions in my life. One was a tiny little brony convention that I regret going to very much. Not because it was a brony convention, but because it was boring. I didn't know anyone there. They all kind of treated me like shit. And I might have gotten laid if I had gone to the other thing I'd planned that night. But nevertheless, the other convention I went to was NakaCon in Kansas City, which was better. I had fun there. I went to some panels, but I've never been to like a big fucking convention. NakaCon is not huge. It runs opposite Comic-Con, so that's kind of like the small, and then Comic-Con's the big. So, yeah. I'm nervous. I don't expect to be recognized or for anyone to be like, to pull me aside or ask for a picture or anything. I'm not getting any of those images in my head. I do know that the people behind Regal Tales, which is a game that I have played on here, lovely visual novel that I wish more people would give a chance to. The artist I know is going to be there. The dev team is going to be there. And so I am going to be meeting them. I'm very excited for that. And so yeah, if anyone watching this is going to be there, I hope to see you there. Don't be afraid to come up and say hi. I have no idea how this is going to go. All I know is I'm watching a lot of like what to do when preparing for a furry convention, and so I'm learning my fursuit etiquette. Don't approach from the back or the sides. Always announce yourself, because they might not be able to see you. Ask permission. I'm not really a person that's just gonna hug a random stranger just because they're wearing a cute outfit, so I'm probably not gonna be doing that much. Don't accept random water from random people. Shower all the time. All the essentials. I'm studying. If you have any tips for first time convention going, leave them in the comments down below. So yeah, that's the negative, middle, and positive stuff. Now I'm going to go to work. I am working all day on Thanksgiving, and I work Black Friday. So this is going to be fun. Fun. Before I go, I wanted to ask, I don't typically go places, or if I do, I don't film it. I used to try to do that. I never found myself natural at being able to vlog at a place. Do you want me to do furry convention vlogs on my phone or anything like that? Do you not want me to record anything? What do you want to see from me at Midwest FurFest? Do you want me to do recaps? What do you want? What would you think is fun? Let me know that as well in the comments. But anyway, I gotta go to work. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.